Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Give me housekeeping, because I need to test my delay in these streets. If it's your first time being here, please tell me your name and where you're from so we can properly greet you in the kingdom. If you are returning, welcome back. And please help me welcome all of the new kingdom members. Alrighty. Let's see me gets this out the way. Hey, Black Business Follow Train, what's going on? Hey, team, Ashley Ann, what's happening? You loving the new look? Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all give me housekeeping. Let me test my delay so we can run through it. Hi, Kanisha. Welcome to the kingdom. Hi, Isman from Nigeria. Welcome to the kingdom. Hey, Sharuti. What's going on? Let's see. Thank you, Rhonda. Queen back. Let's see. Is that Low Island Boutique? Welcome. Hey, Rachel. How are you doing? Hope you're feeling good, feeling great. All right, housekeeping number one that you guys need to know about. If you do not know, the most lit business and lifestyle conference in America, Accelerate 180, is happening September 1st through the 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. September 1st through the 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is an in-person event. Day one will be a lot of presentations and panels. Day two is workshops, okay? There'll be beginners workshops. Beginners workshops will cover everything. We'll cover things like bookkeeping, right? A lot of your books aren't set up right. We will go over how to actually put the structure of your business together properly, how you guys can get funded for your business credit cards, loans, lines of credit. Of course, we'll have information in there to get your personal credit together. And we will do some content creation as well and assist you guys with some money management and time management. If you are advanced, we're going to be covering topics like purchasing a business, getting you guys set up for your government contracts, actually how you utilize your virtual assistants to be able to generate leads for you and do some of your social media management and things like that. We also will be teaching you guys how you're able to trade as a busy entrepreneur. And for the beginners too, we'll also be covering an exit strategy because I know a lot of you guys still have a 9 to 5 and you need to have a proper plan on how to exit from the 9 to 5. And day three is going to be Sunday service and it will be all personal development. This year's focus for Sunday service is love and money. So we're going to be spending a lot of time talking about your relationships and we will actually have professional doctors and licensed therapists there, not just random people telling you what they feel and what they think about their relationship. So if you want to know more information about Accelerate 180, please click the link in the bio. You'll see a little video there and a bright green button where you will be able to register. Okay. There are only 20 elite tickets this year. That's it. If you want to be a diamond, there are only 7 spots for our diamonds as well. And the executive spaces are limited. All right. Now that we got that out the way, housekeeping number 2. Those of you that need your profit planner, or if you have your profit planner, I'm sorry, go ahead and open it up. Get to page 22. We're covering part 2 of how you build a buying base. We went through part 1. I think last week, what was it, on Thursday, y'all? Is when we went through part 1, Thursday or Friday, okay? Page 22 is where we're at today inside of your profit planner. If you do not have one of these, click the link in the bio. You will see a button that says profit planner. If you click on it, it'll take you right over to where you can purchase one of these planners. This is ideal for you if you're making under $10,000 a month in profit with your social media accounts. All right. This whole entire planner is about building out your initial marketing model and figuring out your archetype of your buying base, which is what we're going to be going over today. So y'all know the deal. And this is a fabulous planner. It is. Those of you with your planners, Page 22, this is what you should be seeing if you're in page 22 of your planner. We're going to be covering archetypes today, and we're going to talk about a tier 1 funnel. I don't know if we're going to get to the tier 1 funnel today or not. All right, page 22 is where you're at. It does have a bookmark, and this planner also has tabs. Okay, this is a quarterly planner, month one. Okay, okay, class. I lied to you. It's a 121-day planner. This goes over 4 months. All right. All right. Everybody where they need to be at. Y'all know what I want to see. Ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through my comments. Okay. Oh, y'all, we got a troll on Instagram. Somebody told me to go to the gym. I've already been today, baby. I've already been today. And I've already probably made more money. I've already probably made more money today than you have in the past month. Really interesting how that works. That's why you should be concerned about yourself instead of other people. Anyway, everybody give it up to the big God. That's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I have been able to help over 800 people create six-figure incomes. 174 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. I have 4 that are 10-figure earners, meaning they earn over 10 million. I'm sorry, that are 8-figure earners, meaning they earn over $10 million a year. And we have a troll in Instagram. How exciting. Blink, blink, blink. How original. All right. Yes. I'm fat. Exciting. I'm fat and men still want me. How about that? I'm fat and I'm rich. I'm fat and I'm happy. I'm fat. No diabetes, no cholesterol, no hypertension. I still got knees like Megan and I can run 2 miles without being winded. It's amazing. Heavy, heavy pressure, heavy girl, heavy happy, all of that. Fantastical, exciting, amazing. And I'm fat and you're still here watching me. I love it. I love it. Fabulous. Now, if you all would like a fat bank account, as I have, let's pay attention to how we build out our target audience. So, everybody in your profit planner, please get to page 22 right now. Thank you. And so, for those of you that are coming in, one of my strategies, y'all, I need a bobby pin. Okay, that's what I need. Anyway, one of my strategies is that I troll trolls. So I've literally I know some of y'all get afraid with social media. Y'all are so afraid of being trolled. Do not be afraid of being trolled, okay? Like, one, you can always block the trolls, or you can troll the trolls. You can use the trolls to run your resume. You can use the trolls for comic relief inside of the stream. Trolls are an integral part of your social media. And realistically, if you're not getting trolled, you're probably not doing something right. So we like trolls, okay? Trolls provide a lot of comic relief for us. Trolls give you the opportunity again to run your resume, which is really, really great. And something else that trolls do that they don't realize they're doing. When you're building a community in social media, trolls actually help to unify your community because it gives everyone a common target. Did you guys know that? Blink, blink, blink. Yes, every obstacle is an opportunity, baby. You can always use things to your advantage. So, yes, don't be afraid of being trolled. Trolls are actually a really good thing. And a lot of you guys get bothered sometimes because I don't block the trolls, but I don't block the trolls because of the way that the social media algorithm works. Okay, so whenever you're blocking, the little algorithm reads it as you don't want more people to be sent to your stream. So a lot of times you will see us not actually block the trolls. I don't. I may have my mods mute people. Hey Riri, what's going on, my love? I may have people mute people, but I actually, unless somebody is getting like really out of control, you know, when they come in here and start saying stuff about children and like stuff like that, we'll block them. But other than that, y'all will notice I don't block trolls. Anyway, page 22. So when we are out here in these social media streets and we are trying to build a buying base, hey, Nikki, you got to make sure that honestly, you get really, 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 you start to get really specific about, hold on, y'all. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. When you're out here in these social media streets, one of the things that you have to understand is that we are not here for everyone. And I meet small business owners, side hustlers, podcasters, people that want to be influencers every day. And y'all think that your job is to market to everyone. It is absolutely positively not. It is the opposite. Okay. We're not going to get out here and mass market. That is not we're not going to get out here and mass market. That is not the goal. The goal is actually, okay, the goal is actually to try and build out a community. And we are going to build out a community by figuring out what our archetypes look like. So, targeting is going to be your biggest asset and your biggest advantage when it comes to sales. Thank you for the new members. Hey to all the regular Kingdom members already. So a lot of y'all are taught to mass market. The mass marketing says you have to be everywhere and you're trying to be everything to everyone. That is a mistake. You don't have the staff, you don't have the team, you don't have millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars that you can utilize. I'm sorry, y'all. I was distracted by what is with the Instagram trolls today. Y'all, they gave me a new one. All the years that I've been streaming, I've never had someone say, be quiet, XX chromosome. I've never had someone to call out my chromosomes. That's a good one. I don't know I don't know. Shout out to all the double X. Shout out to all the double X chromosomes in the building. Oh, honey, that was funny. That was hilarious. That was a good one. That was a good one. Sorry, y'all. Something that's funny to me is funny to me. That was funny. So anyway, continue on out here in these streets. When you are targeting, that in fact is how you're going to sell. A lot of people, they think, the more people they're in front of, the better. No, those people may not care about what you have to offer. They may not care about what you're talking about. They may not find any type of value in it. They may not want to participate in it. Right? They just are not into it. And I would honestly rather you have 1,000 followers that actually care about what you're talking about, that want to participate in the conversation, that are asking questions, that are interested, right? That want to consume whatever it is that you have to offer over you having 10,000 empty followers. Ooh, thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, girl. Thank you for my slippers. Does that make sense? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So I want you guys to really figure out, what does your customer base look like? And the best way to do this is with archetyping. Now, the reality of the situation, most of you in here are going to have 1 to 3 archetypes inside of your audience. Sometimes you can get carried away, and some of y'all think you have like 10 or 12 different personality types in your audience. You don't. Okay. Will there be outliers? Yes. Okay. Will there be an exception here or there? Yes. But the majority of your audience is going to fit into 1 to 3 category types. So we're going to start the process of archetyping by breaking down psychographics and demographics. Okay. I think everyone in here is familiar with demographics. So demographics are kind of like Census Bureau information. So like your age, how much do you make, your education, marital status, things like that. Okay, that's demographical information. And for a long time, a lot of people strictly use demographical information to try, oh, body by one. Ooh, thank you for my slippers. Okay, so a lot of times people actually thought, hey, demographical information is all we need to track down customers. Now, if you're working with a brand or a company and you're trying to get a partnership deal, they may be interested in the demographics, but I'm telling y'all this, when it comes to making money in these social media streets, the psychographical information is what's actually going to sell for you, and it's actually what's going to be easier to collect, because we're going to find different ways to connect with our community outside of how old are you or how much money do you make. A lot of times on social media, there's a portion of this, a portion of your business that is based on actual socialization. All right. So on a piece of paper, if those of you that have your profit planner on page 22, what I want you to do is we're going to go through some of the basic demographics, and then y'all are going to see some basic y'all are going to see some basic psychographic information, and then I'm going to give everybody a few bonuses today. Okay, so when we get to age, we are actually going to compute age in a range. And first of all, give your person a name. Give this representative for your customer base a name. All right. So, name them Johnny or Joanna or whatever you want to name this person. All right. And I'll give y'all an example before we get started, because I know y'all very, very well. Okay. So my first niche is going to be, my first archetype, her name is going to be Elizabeth. Shout out to all my Elizabeths in here. My Elizabeths in here are going to be aged anywhere from 28 to 38. My Elizabeths normally are moms. My Elizabeths worked in the corporate sector, or they could currently still work in the corporate sector, but they have decided that they're ready to start their own businesses. They don't want to be side hustle. They just want to get completely out of the corporate world. My Elizabeths like to watch CNN for news. My Elizabeths will go shop at Whole Foods or like a Fresh Market, some type of boutique store over like a Walmart grocery store or some major chain like that. My Elizabeths are natural, gang, gang. So they have natural hair. They like to purchase natural lotions, toothpaste. They will try a natural remedy before they actually go and pop an over-the-counter pill. My Elizabeths normally drive some type of newer model car, or they're going to be in a luxury car. My Elizabeths like to dress relatively nice. My Elizabeths shop at Sephora over an Ulta or over a MAC. My Elizabeths own a few luxury items, meaning they may buy like a Louis Vuitton bag or maybe a Gucci purse or a belt or something like that. But typically they're going to shop more online with smaller boutiques, Fashion Novas. They may even do some type of shopping, like at like Kohl's or like a store like that. My Elizabeths like Tory Burch. My Elizabeths wear neutral makeups. My Elizabeths also make somewhere in between $50,000 and $75,000 a year. My Elizabeths take about 3 vacations a year. And my Elizabeths are very classy ladies, but they like a little bit of ratchet TV. So you may catch them watching a little Love and Hip Hop or something like that. Tell me how many of y'all in here is a goddamn Elizabeth. Stop playing games with me. You say hello, my name is Elizabeth. Okay. Now I have another archetype in my audience. We call this archetype Ron the Dunn. Okay. Ron is a guy. He's normally in between 35 and 45. So my runs are a little bit older than my Elizabeths. Runs are in between 30 to 45. Most of my runs are husbands. Most of my runs also have somewhere in between 2 to 4 children with their wives. My runs currently work in corporate America, and they normally are looking to make additional income. A few of them want to do their own thing full time. Most of them just want to do additional income unless they're already an entrepreneur. My runs normally are the primary supporters of their households. My runs feel like they're burnt out with whatever they're doing out here in the corporate world. My runs are very, very focused on providing a good life for their children. So they're thinking about cars, they're thinking about colleges, they're thinking about trying to purchase homes for their children, maybe even helping their children start their own businesses. My runs normally are in long-term relationships if they're not married. My runs get their news from MSNBC or also CNN. My runs like action movies and war films. My runs actually like to watch documentaries and docuseries over regular television shows. They also typically listen to a lot of podcasts as well. My runs really don't spend a lot of time watching TV. They're normally physically fit. My runs also like to vacation here and there. My runs don't get a lot of downtime for themselves because they're typically focused on their family and their work and whatever their goals are. And my runs normally are going to make somewhere in between $60,000 up to about $115,000 a year. Those are my runs. When I say you better know your people, you better know your people. And my runs like to eat. Those guys like to eat. They stay in good shape, but they work out, but they like to eat. They enjoy a good meal. They're not mad at it. Okay. And my runs and my audience normally have traditional relationship values as well. When I say I know my people, I know my people. Hello, my Elizabeths. Hello, my runs. Okay. So does Elizabeth have to have all of that? Elizabeth doesn't have to have all of that, but the majority, she's going to have a majority of those attributes, probably like 80% of them. So you have to know your people. You have to know who your audience members are, and the reason is because language, words, examples, images that are going to motivate the audience, being able to put up content that they can relate to, being strategic with understanding what their problems, what these people's desires are. You're not going to be able to do it if you don't know who they are. And so a lot of you guys are really struggling with trying to offer something or make money through your social media accounts because you have no idea who your audience really is. Okay. And again, you're going to have some outliers in each group. You're going to have some exceptions, right? I got some Elizabeths and some runs in here. They're going to skew a little older or a little younger than what I ran down. But the majority of that is going to be a fit for them. And a lot of y'all have no idea who you're really talking to. You don't know who you're trying to reach. So the exercise we're going to go through today over targeting is going to help you figure out, what does this archetype actually look like? Who are these people? What are they doing day to day? Because the number one rule of marketing is to be where your people are. And if you don't know who these people are, if you don't understand them, how are you going to be able to put yourself in their way on social media? How are you going to know what pages, right, you should be running ads on? How are you going to know what information you should be clicking when you go into TikTok or Google or Facebook to run an ad? How are you going to know what colors need to be on the post? How are you going to know what topics you should be looking for? What trending topics are going to interest your audience? How are you going to know any of that, hey, Deshawn, if you don't know who your archetype is? You're going to be out here wasting a lot of money. You're going to be out here becoming very, very frustrated because you don't understand who your customer base is, okay? So everybody at page 22. First thing, when we get to age, your age is going to be a range, okay? So you're going to give your person a name, and they don't have to be right at 30 or right at 40 or right at 42. Normally a 10-year age gap, or we can say 10 to 15 years, is going to be swell, okay? Now, we don't want a 20 or 30-year age gap because then it becomes really, really hard to kind of create like content for that sector of people, but we're looking for a 10 to 15-year age gap. Next, when we get into gender, is this person male or female? And y'all can look and see who is the majority of your audience, who's the majority of your customers. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. If you do not know, then we may take some time to figure it out. There's a few of you guys in here that have products that are going to be unisex. But for the majority of y'all, and some of y'all, let me be clear, just because your product is intended for one gender, that doesn't mean that that's the majority of your customers. And I'll give you guys an example. I have a client and they have a brand. They sell like a beard oil. They sell moisturizer for men. It's like whole beard kits, like conditioners, the whole shebang, right? Even though those products are for men, their biggest customer base is women, because there are women who go and purchase the beard kits for their boyfriends and for their husbands. Blink, blink, blink. So because a lot of the times the woman is over the household like management, and so she's going to take care of like toiletries and groceries and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So don't think just because your product is for, like, for instance, I have a client and she was struggling because she has curriculum that is for kids, for parents can continue their education over the summertime. And she kept trying to market to kids. And I was like, no, you're marketing to the wrong people. And I was like, you need to market to the parents, because the parents are going to purchase the curriculum, not the kids. Right. So it didn't make any sense for her to be marketing to the kids and she wasn't making any sales. And once she switched over and started marketing to the parents, then all of a sudden she started to make sales. So just because your product is for a certain group doesn't mean that you're going to market to that group. Does that make sense? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? If you sell like diapers or something like natural diapers for a baby's not going to buy anything. Their mom or their dad is going to buy it for the baby. So I want to be very clear that y'all think about when we think about like who this idea customer is. A customer sometimes is different than the end user, depending on what you're offering. Okay. And who's purchasing it and what reason are they purchasing it from. But for the most of y'all, you're going to say it's a man, it's a woman, you know, whenever we get to the gender. All right. Now, whenever we get to location, this may or may not matter. Okay. Some of you guys have like e-commerce stores and shops, and so you're going to ship things all over the world. But some of you guys with your products, you're only going to ship inside of the United States. Some of y'all in here, you have a brick and mortar location. So your location is going to matter. Like you can't even market to your whole state. You may be marketing to people that live within a 15-minute radius of your boutique or your food truck or your doctor's office or whatever's going to be happening there. If you got a digital product, you can sell those all over the world. Your location isn't going to matter. So what I'm saying is that you're going to have to use your brain when you get to this portion of figuring out who this ideal customer is, because some of y'all actually have physical location. Shout out to everybody in here with a brick and mortar location that somebody can walk up to or pull up to. But for a lot of you guys, if you do have like a digital product, oh no, it's so cute. Tanicia, thank you for the rising star. That was so cute. I was like, what's happening over here? What's happening? It's Tanicia with my star. But does that make sense to everybody? Now, once we get into marital status, for some of y'all, this is going to matter. Some of y'all, this is not. If it's NA for you, don't even worry about this, okay? But some people do have products or services that are just for couples. For instance, I have several therapists that are in the kingdom. I have quite a few therapists that are my clients, and some of them focus on children. Some of them focus on marriages. Some of them focus on like depression, you know, like they're different therapists for different things. So for that example, if you're a therapist and you are trying to assist people in the areas of relationships, and maybe specifically you focus on single men and single women that want to be married, well, then the marital status is going to matter for you. But if you're a person, and let's say you sell fitness apparel, right? You sell fitness apparel. It doesn't matter if they're married or not, right? So for some of y'all, it's going to be important. For some of you guys, it's not going to be important. So again, use common sense when we get into this. All right. Now, one more demographic that I did not put on here, but it absolutely positively does matter when we get into race. And I know this makes people very nervous, but y'all, it is what it is. There are some offers out here on the planet Earth, they're not for everyone. I'll give you a prime example. So the majority of my audience, y'all are team natural. Gang, 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 gang. Okay. Y'all are natural butterflies. All right. And because y'all use natural, because y'all have natural hair, y'all are using natural products, right? And so in an example, in our community, there's a process that some ladies do is called co-washing. It would be really stupid for you to send your marketing dollars for a co-washing product to like start advertising to Asian women or to white women and white men. It doesn't make sense, right? That's something that's unique to Afro type hair. Okay, to Negro American, diaspora, African American, whatever, that's going to be something that's going to be unique to us. Okay, that's not going to be unique to everyone else. Does that make sense? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? So sometimes, like, and it's not that you're trying to be a racist or something like that, but just sometimes the race actually does matter. And I know people like to get hold on, y'all. Let me get my little content for today. I know sometimes people like to get all ticky about it. I know sometimes people like to be all weird about it. Don't be weird about it, okay? It actually matters. It's actually, depending on what your offering is, this can make a big difference. Why would you be out here sending, why would you be out here sending all of this money and advertising dollars out to people that don't even use the product, that it doesn't even make sense to them, right? I have a client, she makes dreidels. She makes really, really just like gorgeous dreidels, okay? Well, guess what? The majority of her bakes, they're Jewish. Okay, they're Jewish. So sometimes it's going to break down to cultural or spiritual or religious beliefs too. And that is okay, y'all. That doesn't mean we're not excluding people, right? Anybody can come and buy the product, but the reality of the situation is there are some offers that are made for specific groups of people. So if you know, oh, thank you for the teddy. That's so cute. Thank you. Right? Believe y'all picking up what I'm putting down? No. So if you know you make dreidels, why would she be marketing dreidels to Catholic people? Why would she go and market dreidels to a bunch of Baptist people or like why would she do that? It doesn't make any sense. Why would she market dreidels to AME people? It does not make sense. So y'all, sometimes it's okay if you have something that's for a cohort or a specific group. You need to take that into account when you're marketing and when you're building out the archetype for your customer. And that is okay. Don't get out here and start feeling weird because you're like, oh, I have to make something for everyone. You don't. There's somebody in here right now. They probably sell plus size clothing. Well, if you sell plus size clothing, why would you be out here marketing your plus size clothing to people that wear like double zeros or twos or sixes? It doesn't make sense, right? So it's sometimes we got to look at what the item is and say, okay, this is who I want to target. There are people in here, they sell clothing for traditional sizes or for straight sizes, right? So that's going to be like a 0 up until like a 12. And if they don't carry any plus size clothing, well, guess what? It would be dumb of them to be intentionally targeting, wasting their marketing money on women that are plus size, knowing dang well that they're not going to fit their clothes unless they're purchasing them as a gift or something, right? So when we start looking at creating an archetype, and I know that this is like, people get nervous about this. It's nothing to be nervous about. It's not about having ill intention. It's not about being, like derogatory or divisive or anything like that. On the reality of the situation, who is your podcast for? Who is your book for? Who is your product for? Right? Who is it for? And some people create things that are for specific cohorts. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. All right. Next. Whenever this is where we get into the secret sauce, a grocery store. It would behoove you if you can figure out what grocery stores your people like to shop at. I know some of y'all like, girl, stop lying to me. I'm not lying to you. Hey, Smith Legal Solutions, I'm not lying to you. I'm not playing with you right now. This is a very real thing. Okay. Whenever we're trying to get in front of the right audience and we're in the process of trying to turn a buyer into a follower. Okay. I'm sorry, a follower into a buyer. So a lot of y'all have people, they follow you, they may comment, they never go click your link, they never go over to your storefront, they never buy anything from you, right? Well, because a lot of y'all are targeting the wrong people. And if you guys are just getting here today, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer, but most importantly to y'all, I'm a business builder. I've helped over 800 people create six-figure incomes. 174 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. And right now I have 4 clients that earn over $10 million a year. So I love helping people get paid to do things they like to do. And I'm really, really gifted at monetizing social media. And so today we're talking about how you build a buying base. And we're going over the process of archetyping right now. So a grocery store actually tells you a whole lot. A whole lot. Hey, Fumi, what's going on? A grocery store tells you a whole lot about your particular customer. Okay. For instance, if somebody likes to go get their groceries at Walmart compared to somebody that likes to go and get their groceries at Target, guess what? The Walmart person is going to be more cost focused. So they're looking for a deal, they're looking for a price, right? And you can even use this whenever you're breaking down your pricing strategies based on the psychology of pricing. Compared to someone who goes to Target, they're going to be more interested in the quality. They like more of customization. They're going to have a higher valuation on their time. They don't mind spending a little bit more compared to someone who goes to Kroger over a Whole Foods, right? Totally different mindset of those people and possibly even a different economic bracket. The grocery store will tell you a lot. Okay. The grocery store will tell you a lot when it comes to a customer, when it comes to a client. So I know some of y'all like, what? So in here, yes, where it says grocery stores, I want you to think about where your people shop. Go and Stock and Chicken Hawk, their social media pages. If you're a new business and you don't have you don't have customers yet, well, I want you to think about where would you like your ideal customer to shop at? Do you want somebody that's going to be more cost focused, or do you want somebody that's going to be more quality focused? Which one? Okay. Oh, you know what else? Where do they like to shop for other things? Because brand alignment matters, you guys. Are we right? Are we selling like Top Ramen, which is an inferior product? Okay. Or are we out here selling like some luxury American Asian fusion restaurant that we want people to come and attend? Because that's going to make a big difference. If we're looking for people that spend a little bit more on their products, you may go and look at, let's say you have a brick and mortar store, okay? And we want people to come and visit let's say you got a restaurant or a food truck, and we want people to come and visit that restaurant or their food truck. Well, if I'm looking at where people shop, I can start saying, I want to target everybody that goes to this high-end shopping center in my city. And then you can say, well, you know what? Let me look up the zip codes of the highest income earners in my city or in my state. Let me go and see which homes have the highest value. Let me look that up so I can make sure if they live in this particular zip code, or if they live in this subdivision, or if they live in this city, or they go shopping at this particular shopping center, that they can see the advertisements for my restaurant. You can do the same thing if you have a nail shop, if you're an esthetician, if you do microblading, if you're a beautician, if you're a doctor, if you're some type of attorney. This is how we start using social media to actually get the type of customer that we want. And then if we're going to take it a step further, well, now let me make an informational video where maybe I'm giving some tips or some hacks. I'm going to introduce them to me. And now they're going to see this video start to circulate for the next 3 weeks or for the next 4 weeks. Maybe I'm going to put out a second informational video. Then I'm going to say, hey, we can take anybody that watched 50% of these 2 videos. And now I want them to see an advertisement where I'm trying to actually get them to book a service with me. Blink, blink, blink. If y'all was picking up what I'm putting down, somebody realized I just gave them a plan to make some money. Okay. I just gave some of y'all a plan to make some money. The first portion is called the awareness ad. The second portion is going to be the retargeting based on people who know who you are, right? And so we took the information based on the zip codes, based on the shopping centers. We're going to throw in the grocery store they like to go to, and we're going to put in their age parameters and if they're male or female. And guess what? Now I have a really strong audience that I can send my post to. Now I have a really strong audience of people that can see my content and they can actually become a customer for me. These are people that are going to have a higher propensity to purchase from me than just me not having any thought about this at all and just randomly putting, $20 or $200 behind an ad campaign and sending it out. So this is why you have people like me that make a bunch of money online, because we actually sit down and we put some thought into who do we want to see our post and what is it that we're offering them. Blink, blink, blink. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? It's important. It's a big thing, y'all, and it makes a huge difference out here in these streets. It makes a humongous difference of if you're going to easily be able to attract buyers to yourself, or if you're going to be out here struggling with saying, I'm trying and nobody seems to want whatever it is that I have to offer. Nobody seems to want to be a part of my conversation. You love this look on me. Well, thank you, honey pie. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, if you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer, but most importantly to y'all, I'm a business builder and I teach people how to make money with their social media accounts. I'm really good at it. I've been doing it for over 13 years. I have over 800 clients that have hit six figures. 174 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. And I have 4 clients that earn over $10 million a year. So I don't know everything, but I know a lot of things when it comes to business. And if you guys are enjoying this information, you're going to love the information you get at Accelerate 180, the most lit business and lifestyle conference in America. It's happening September 1st through the 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I hope to see you there. And do not ask me if there's an online ticket. No, there's no virtual ticket. You need to pull up in person. Put your buns in a chair, okay? Get some of these workshops, get some of these presentations, get some of this networking, okay? Get some of these panels and all of that good stuff. And you can click the link in my bio and you'll see a button for Accelerate 180. That's how you can see the information. Now, let's continue on with our archetyping, all right? So I told you I was going to give y'all some bonuses that wasn't inside of this planner. Because this is a beginner's planner, so I try not to overwhelm people too much. So let's talk about let's talk about let's talk about hobbies. Let's talk about hobbies. And those of you that are on page 22, you're going to see hobbies inside of here, okay? Now, there's something in here that I didn't put for hobbies because we need a subcategory. Okay. When we get into hobbies, there are a lot of hobbies that people can participate in. And then we'll say that there are some non-participatory hobbies. So for instance, let's say someone really, really, really likes football. Okay. And they may not be a football player, but they love that maybe they're in a fantasy league. Maybe they love, football season and every Monday night, every Sunday, they're catching those games. All right. They may not be they're not out there putting on pads. Okay. They ain't out there running up and down the field. Okay. They ain't kicking no field goals. They ain't doing none of that, but they would tell you that football is a hobby of theirs. Okay. So when we get into hobbies, we're actually going to look for 2 types of hobbies for your archetype, okay? Hobby number 1 is going to be based on, is it a hobby that they physically actively participate in or that they practice in? So maybe someone's hobby, maybe they love singing, right? And that's what they like to do. But there are some people, they're very, very interested in music, but they don't write any music. They don't sing. They don't produce, but they love, 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 love to hear people sing. So maybe they go, right? Maybe they go out to the nightclub and they listen to performers. Maybe they find live performers on social media and they like to drop money in their accounts. Okay. So, and I know y'all like, what? Yeah, there's some people, they're really into something, even though they don't actively participate in it. Okay. People are huge. I know people that are huge football, like I'm talking about soccer. In America, we call it soccer, but everyone else in the world calls it football. Okay. There are people, they are humongous soccer fans, baby. They ain't never touched a soccer ball. They not gonna ever kick a soccer ball. They never gonna do it. They're not running down the field, baby. They're not doing none of that. Okay. But let you tell it, baby, they know every player, okay? They know everybody's deals. They know everybody's injuries. They know everybody's strengths. They know the matchups. They know every position. They can sit out here and tell you what the strategy should have been that the coach is using and all of that good stuff because they're like obsessed with it, okay? They're obsessed. So literally, right? That happens sometimes. So I know y'all are like, what? Yeah. So we're gonna, like, before I call those people enthusiasts, okay? But when I would be calling them enthusiasts, the dots weren't connecting for y'all, okay? But there are some of these people, they are enthusiasts, or I would call them non-participatory hobbyists. Okay. So they really, really like it a lot. They're really obsessed with it. Hey, Elena, they're really obsessed with it. They really, they really spend a lot of time dedicated to this particular information and to this particular sport or to this thing, even though they're not active in it. Does that make sense to y'all? So we can find people by putting ourselves in the way, right? So if I did some research, like I was giving y'all the rundown about my archetype of my run, right? That's one of the men that would be my clients. His archetype group would be a run. So if I found out run was really a huge fan of football, well then when I'm putting together my target audience, I literally may say, I want people to see my posts that watch Monday Night Football. And of course, I'm going to put all of those other parameters with it, but that's how I would make sure that a run would be able to see my content. Blink, blink, blink. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Does that make sense to everybody? Now, let's say we have a participatory hobby. So let's say you're in here and you love CrossFit and that's your hobby. Or maybe you love wine. Maybe you're a wine drinker and you go on wine tours and you're going to the wine festival and you're going to different wineries and like that's your thing, right? That's a participatory hobby. Like you actually like to do it in your spare time. Maybe you really love to weight train, okay? And you love to push your body and see how you can shift it and you're into body recomposition and stuff. And stuff like that. Does that make sense to y'all? So we're really going to look at those hobbies so we can make sure that we are in the way of our ideal customer. And so a lot of y'all would be making so much more money if you really focus in on who is your audience member, who is it that's supposed to be in your community? Because once I understand who these people are, well, now it's really easy for me to figure out where they hang out at. A lot of y'all will tell me, especially if y'all found me on Facebook or Instagram. Side note, if y'all need this profit planner, I'm on page 22 of the profit planner right now. Click the link in the bio. There's a big bright green button in there that says profit planner. But a lot of times people will ask me, they'll ask me, they're like, or not ask me, y'all will tell me, especially if y'all found me on Facebook or Instagram, y'all will say things to me like, I have no idea how I found you. I have no idea how I got into one of your streams, but I'm happy I'm here. So the reality of the situation is you probably didn't find me. I probably put myself in your way, because not only is this good for using an actual ads manager like a Facebook or a Google or TikTok ads manager or something like this, you literally, once you get this information, you can figure out like what influencers they follow and you can partner up and do deals with them. You can figure out what sub communities they're a part of or what pages they like. You can figure out what panels, what podcasts they like to listen to, and you can make sure that you show up as a guest on that podcast. You can make sure that you're running an advertisement on that page. You can make sure that you're doing a collaboration with that creator. You can do those. Okay, you can do that. And so now all of a sudden you are in your people's way. And I mean that in the best way. I mean that in the best way. Okay. Those of you that have your profit planner, if y'all look on page 23 of the profit planner, this is where it's going to start breaking down a tier 1 funnel. But you're going to notice there's a section in there where it talks about, thank you for the roses, where it talks about emails. Switch over to pages 24 and 25, and you're going to see where it breaks down the psychology of your email funnel. Okay. And if you look on page 27, it's going to break down the frequency of when you should be sending the emails. Okay. Do y'all see that? Everybody has your profit planner. Told y'all this is actually a planner that is designed to help you. This is a planner that's actually designed to help you get to making money and plan all of this out so you can find the ideal audience and be able to communicate with them. So we're going to stop right there for today with content. Everybody has your profit planner. When we come back, We are going to be on page 33, and we're going to start talking about putting together an actual social media marketing plan, because it's a lot more than just what frequency are you posting. There's an actual plan. So we're going to start on page 33 when we come back, everybody. Let's do about 10 minutes for Q&A before I got to get up out of here and get to my appointment. Yeah. We ain't gonna go too deep. There definitely is enough to get y'all started. I thought about getting into like your pages, communities, like patterns, like industry leading products and stuff like that. But we ain't going down that pathway. That's way more advanced. Shout out to everybody coming to Accelerate 180, because we definitely gonna be doing marketing models. You said, what are we reading from and how can I get it? We're just going through the profit planner, and I was breaking down today how you actually build out your archetype so you can get in front of people or attract people to your page that want to buy your stuff, they want to support your brand. So if you click the link in my bio, you'll see a bright green button and it'll take you right over to purchase a profit planner. Ashley, when you post the videos, are they ads? So yes and no. So sometimes I will know I want something to be an ad, and so I will create it as regular content, knowing I'm going to come back in and I'm going to boost it or circulate it so it can operate as an ad. So I was trying to do one last night, and the editor was messing with me, and y'all was so frustrated because it didn't save it. So, okay, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but a lot of times they will circulate your content a little bit more if you use the actual editor on that platform. So, like if I use the editor inside of TikTok or CapCut, or if I'm on Instagram and I use their editor, that shebang. But the only thing that sucks about these editors is sometimes they get glitchy. So I've been working on this little 60-second video, y'all, probably for like 45 minutes to an hour. And I went to post it. And then after 5 minutes, it was like the video couldn't post. It didn't transfer it over to my drafts. It did not save it in my phone anywhere. And I was just frustrated. I was just like, I had it. But I'm going to show y'all an example of who is this talking in my background? Okay. So here's a post on my TikTok page. YouTube, y'all can't, hold on. YouTube, I ain't got to do this to y'all. I can screen share with y'all. YouTube and Facebook. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to take you over. Give me a second, you guys. But I was so frustrated. I was like, dang. I was like, why did it do it? Okay. No, what I was thinking over here, I can just do it. I ain't got to do all that with y'all over here. Okay. You think about everything you have to do. You're not the only one, honey. I used to feel that way all the time. It's like if I couldn't get a list together, you're not the only one, honey. I used to feel that way. So this is an example of a piece of content that I put out, but I know for a fact that I want to use this to promote my success planner. So I did the content. Y'all feel like I'm yelling, trying to talk over my own thing. So anyway, I did the content, right? And I'll probably end up posting it on Instagram too, because it's going to be easier to go into the ads manager and just do this as a boosted post. But of course, I filmed the content, right? It's a nice piece of content. People commented under too, which gives me the opportunity to create other video content under this to continue to push this organically. But this would be really easy for me to turn this into an ad because you guys, my audience, already validated for me that you enjoy this type of content from me, right? You're like, y'all literally put it in the comments. Y'all were like, I love this. You're like, I like seeing, you do this regular stuff. Y'all were telling me how y'all like seeing the house, how this was relaxing for y'all, the whole shebang. So, and y'all have always told me that whenever I put up like any of my, decor or like kind of home living type content. Does that make sense? So when you say is the video an ad, that depends. If you're smart and if you're strategic, you're gonna create something that works as native content that can also easily be pushed and promoted to turn into an ad that's gonna help you drive your sales. Is that making sense to everybody? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So anyway, I had another one with me around here digging in the dirt in the garden. Uh I had another one like us around there digging in the dirt in the garden, but that's the one that crashed last night. So I'll probably do it in my regular editor and just upload it and be like it is what it is. So yeah, but that was a really good question. Um You said sneakerheads and b-boy dancers are hobbies, correct? If they consider it to be a hobby and not a profession, yes. Yes. Um You see my question? I didn't. I didn't. You can message, just put it up again. If y'all come in here and I don't see your question, please understand I'm a simulcaster. So like I'm on multiple screens at one time. That's why y'all will see me looking around like that. Like nobody's coming to get me. I'm normally when I'm casting, if I'm doing educational content like this, I'm normally on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok like all at one time. And side note, thank you for everyone that gave me glass slippers today. If you feel compelled to help me meet my live goal by giving me glass slippers, no pressure, but I would greatly appreciate it. My lipstick is cute. Thank you. Let's see. I'm over here looking for the question again now, y'all. And sometimes just if you type a question, y'all just copy it. Just copy it and repaste it. Do I recommend boosting videos? Only if you have a plan. Normally, I'm not a big boost. Like, okay, so normally people just boost videos because they're looking for vanity metrics. I don't recommend you boosting a video for that. But let's say it's going to be a part of a plan. So, and what I mean by this, maybe you're going to boost the video to people that already follow you. So you can come back 3 days later and say, okay, if they watched 50% of this video, or if they watched 75% of this video, well, now I want them to see an ad, or maybe I want to send them a lead magnet opportunity so they can get on my list. Or I want to send them a video and see if they're going to text me and become a part of my community. Or I have an actual product that I want to send to them, right? So oh, thank you for my slippers, Key. They're so pretty, right? Y'all, I actually have some shoes that look very similar to those glass slippers. I love those. But that's so for an example, say I just showed y'all this video, right? Uh, I was like, I had a success planner in there, but I was doing multiple things in the video, correct? Because I have more content because I got to make like a whole day in the life video from that content. So that was just on the house part. We shot that, but I also wanted to keep track of everything that I had going on that day. Tomorrow I got a long day with like drops and videographers and stuff like that. There'll be another good day in the life. So I would take this video and boost it, the one that y'all just watched, and then I may go back and say, okay, if they watched 50% of this video, and I'm going to specifically boost it to my audience, to people who know me, because y'all are going to be more likely to purchase something from me than a cold person who has no idea who I am. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to have some type of strategy. A lot of y'all will turn around and say that ads don't work. No, ads do work. You just don't know what you're doing. So, like, I'm going to boost it out to people who follow me, to people who fool with me. And then I'm going to turn around and say, any of these people that watch 50% or 75% of that particular post, well, guess who needs to see an ad for the success planner, a direct ad for the success planner? Y'all. And it could be me sitting there talking about the success planner, how great it is. Or I may have one of my clients talking about it. It could just be me actually going through the planner, whatever, however I want to advertise. It may just be a video and says, hey, don't forget to get your success planner. But that's how we use ads to make money. A lot of times y'all will take an ad and y'all just throw it out there because real talk, a lot of y'all get caught up in these video ads, and it's normally some guy in front of a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something. And no disrespect to anybody that drives a Lamborghini. I own a Lamborghini, okay? Like I don't mean it as a diss, but they're normally always in front of a Lamborghini or Ferrari, and they got a bunch of uplights behind them, and they're like yelling at the screen saying, you know, there's over 2 billion users on Facebook, and look at this. When I go through the Facebook Ads Manager, it says there's over 15 million people that have cats. So you can run your cat food ad to these 15 million people, and you're just gonna have bukus of sales. And you know, you can get a drop, you can get cat food out of China, and you don't even ever have to touch the cat food, and you can be the middleman, and you can send cat food all over the world, and you never have to touch it. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is put it on this Shopify store and run this Facebook ad to all these people that got cats, and you're gonna make millions of dollars. And people are like, yeah, I'm going to sell cat food right now. I'm going to get a Shopify store and sell cat food. And then you go and you spend money on the Shopify store, and you go and you find these vendors, and you start trying to make your little cat food post, okay? Thank you for the glass slippers, Dana. You start trying to make your cat food post, and then all of a sudden you're like, no one's liking it, no one's buying. People are coming over to my page, but they're not converting. Or you start making some sales, and then we found out later that the vendor in China that you got the cat food from is giving lead poisoning to all the cats. So now you have all these chargebacks, right? Now instead of chargebacks, now on top of that, you got people trying to sue you because these people standing in front of the Lamborghini and the Ferrari didn't tell you that you needed to research the products and you needed to test them so you can make sure you didn't have any liability. And they didn't tell you to call Smith Legal Solutions so she could give you some disclaimers to put on your website and to your customers, so that if something like that happened, you wouldn't be held liable. And you are not inside of my Instacorn Academy, or you didn't show up to Accelerate 180, and I would have said, hey, guess what? You need to get some professional insurance, and that actually protects you if you're ever in litigation, so that you don't lose your business, you don't lose your house, you don't lose your car, and you don't lose your bank account and everything's inside of it. You're just going to pay on this policy. And if the crap ever hits the fan, and if you ever get sued, and if them people ever happen to win, you will be okay, because you can pay the deductible on your professional insurance, and they will pay out the award. Okay. You said, what's the difference between the planners? If we can only choose one, which do you recommend? It depends. It depends on what you're in need of your life at that time. So the profit planner is for marketing. The profit planner is not going to help okay. My success planner, I left it upstairs. Yeah, it's upstairs because I'll be up there most of the time. So the profit planner is literally about finding your ideal customer, figuring out how you're going to market on social media, writing out your emails, plotting out your initial funnel. It is not a day-to-day planner. The success planner is actually a day-to-day. So that's why I use my success planner more. I make over $10,000 a month in profit, so I don't need the profit planner anymore. The profit planner is for a beginner with social media. My success planner is my day-to-day in my life, where my to-do list is, my morning routine, my personal goals, my professional goals, my date nights, my 10-minute tasks, where I go and put little stickers and mark stuff out. So the success planner is actually like a life planner, like an everyday planner. The profit planner is a marketing planner. It's to help you build out who your customer base is on social media and how you're going to reach those people, so you can start the process of growing your audience and growing your community and your followers, and also the process of making sales. So depending on what it is that you're doing is going to determine which one of those. You need me to get you in order. Happy to get you in order. Shoot, click the link in the bio, girl. Get you a ticket to Accelerate 180, okay? And then I can get you in order September 1st through the 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for the explanation. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for asking. Hey, King Tech Services, what's going on? I think I got time for one more question before I got to go today, y'all. I'm gonna try and come back tonight. I don't know though, because we have insight session tonight. So it depends on how long they keep me in insight session. For everybody that's in Monetization Nation and Instacorn, we have insight session tonight. So if my vocal cords feel like they're up to communicating with people after, I'll be back. If they don't, y'all ain't gonna see me no more today. Ain't nobody gonna see me. Ain't nobody gonna see me no more no day. Okay. Okay, that's let's see. I added the planner to the cart, but it won't show me which one. That's weird. Electric dishes. Normally, whenever you get ready to check out on the cart, it actually has a picture and it has a picture and it has the price point. What do you think about people using platforms that will find followers for your community? Can you be more specific? Can you be more specific when you ask that? Because people have different interpretations of what finding a follower for your platform means. Be more specific. I don't like most of them, but tell me about this platform because I might like it. But I don't care for most of them. Most of them actually are full of crap and they take people's money and they ruin their algorithm and they ruin their pages because they get them a bunch of bots. And you don't need a bunch of bot people. You said it shows both pictures. Let's see. You want to get the black and gold one? That's the black and gold is the profit planner. King Tech Services says working in my success planner right now. See you tonight at Insight Session. See you at Insight Session, girl. Let's see. The question asks, is it better to start in a group or as an individual? In a group what? And what are we starting? I'm sorry. I must have missed the first part. Is it better to start what in a group? And then that will determine what my answer is. And then sometimes like it, and I think that's kind of like a personality. You said somebody asked this. It's an incomplete question though. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm assuming as far as marketing goes, you would start off as an individual unless you have like business partners. I mean, of course, if you have business partners and y'all started something together, but I'm gonna tell you what, most of the time, you guys, even in a group or a partnership, you're gonna designate somebody that's head of market because people play to their strengths, right? So one of us may be really good in operations or something. And so that's the person that's going to put together all the SOPs. They're going to do all the manuals. They're going to train the team. And then another person in the group may be really, really good at marketing. They may like just naturally have a knack for being able to get the word out there, being able to connect with people, being able to build, a community outside of social media. They may be fantastic at it. So they may be over the marketing. And then somebody else may be really good at the bookkeeping. They may be like really litigious. You know what I'm saying? And so because they have that personality type and that natural gift to keep order, then they may be over doing all of the bookkeeping and the accounting and keeping you guys in budget and the reinvestment schedule. So that's what I was like, it doesn't, I like when y'all ask me questions like that, y'all got to get specific with it for me to give you a specific answer. Any suggestions for marketing retreats? Lots of them. I've been doing events for a gazillion years. Click the link in the bio. Register for Accelerate 180, September 1st through the 3rd, Charlotte, North Carolina. And there's a little highlight video up from last year as well for any of you guys who want to come to Accelerate 180 and you're wondering, okay? And by the way, I only have 20 elite seats for Accelerate 180 this year too. And for all my elites and diamonds, we will have a special power hour dinner that will take place that Friday night for Accelerate. Saturday is the game night. Everybody's invited to that. What's the name? Smith Legal Solutions. Smith Legal Solutions. That's her name on IG. You said I just got back from Matthews, North Carolina, visiting my son. Oh, I hope you guys had a happy trip. You're welcome. Oh, you're talking about Path Social? So this is the thing with Path Social. I have heard about them, but when it comes to Path Social, I will be honest, I don't know anyone who has had really, really great reviews from them. Because they're supposed to organically grow your Instagram following, right? And what they're supposed to do, if I'm not mistaken, is they're supposed to help you with the hashtags. They're supposed to help you, um, like when you think about like the categories, right? And it's a little bot, and it's supposed to go around, and it's supposed to comment for you and all that kind of stuff. Now they had a bot, I think it was like called Social Growth or something like that some years ago, and it worked really, really well. Okay. However, Instagram is very particular about their partnerships, and they get really strict about bots when people are using them to grow their pages and grow their businesses. And so when you use one of those little robots that do the automatic comments for you based on people's interests and categories, will it help you grow your page because you're constantly being out there and people are seeing you? Yes. But also, they will come in and they will shut down your account and they will banana you permanently as well. So you just got to be careful with that type of technology. Like, it works. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't. They absolutely work, because I used to use a comment bot too. So what I did is, like, I didn't ever buy my followers, but they had a little bot, and all this bot would do for me is I would put in the categories, I would put in the hashtags that I wanted it to search for. I would put in the type of pages that I like, and the bot would go to those pages. It would like comments for me, and it would like actually drop a comment for me. Like, maybe I would have it do like a little heart emoji and say something like, this is interesting, I would like to see more, kind of vague comments like that. And it worked really, really well, especially if you have a 9 to 5 and you don't have time to be sitting on the internet engaging all day. So it was wonderful for that. And so it did, like, my account would grow by 100 to 150 people every single day, because the bot was always out literally looking at people's stories for me. It was always out, you know what I'm saying, like dropping comments, double tapping, the whole shebang. However, Instagram came in and they eliminated their partnership with that particular company. They gave all of us warnings. There was a lot of people that kept using this bot, and to this day, their account is gone, never to be seen again. So yeah, it sounds like a lot with all the different roles. Does the profit planner help with marketing budgets, etc.? The profit planner, again, helps you find who your ideal audience member is, and it helps you map out the plan of how you're going to get in front of them. So like when we come back tomorrow or the next day, we'll be going through the marketing plan, which is going to take you through like how to figure out how many followers you need, how to figure out what pages you should be promoting on, right? How to figure out what your promotions are going to be during that month, those sorts of types of things. So will it help you with an initial budget? Yes, but it's not going to be super extensive like the 365 marketing guide. But I normally recommend my 365 marketing guide when people are trying to get into that 6, 7 figure range. The 365 marketing guide is like my actual marketing model. Is what I use. It's how I sit down at the end of the year and I plot how much money I'm making for the next year. And I tell people, do not open up that 365 marketing guide if you have not mastered what's inside of the profit planner, because you're going to get into the 365 marketing guide and you're going to be confused, and you're going to want to throw the whole planner away. The 365 marketing guide has a whole set of video trainings that come with it to take you through the process of being able to plot out what you need for the year. Thank you for the glass slippers, everybody. And y'all can give me some more likes over here in TikTok. YouTube, I need some more likes too. YouTube, I've been letting y'all slide. Yeah, baby, y'all be hating on me on YouTube. Y'all be liking the way you need to like. Some people weren't liking it. Y'all better like it. Like. Likes are free. Okay, likes are free. I be sending people streams. They had like 20 people on the stream and 100,000 likes. You say, my wig is stinking. It actually smells great. It got washed last night. It smells like rose water and lavender. Thank you for the slippers, self-care. Self-care queen. Shout out to the trolls. You probably confusing your breath with my wig. Shout out to all the stinky people. He said YouTube not letting you react. Oh, it may be right. It may be because I'm using StreamYard instead of going directly from YouTube. I may try and stream directly from YouTube the next time I'm on. Hey Jada, you said halitosis get them every time. Y'all know I'm so petty. Oh shoot. I don't even know why they come in and try it. This is number 4. This is Rihanna Fenty. You know, she had like the little special line that she put out for the Super Bowl. This is number 4 in that line. I think it's only like 6 colors in that collection. This is number 4 I have on. And then I have like just a little brown lip liner on with it. Hey Kiko, hey girl, hey. Let's see. I think I'll do one last question before I get up out of here for today. We'll do one more. I'm over here looking. I'm missing. I have like a yellow composition book somewhere, and I cannot find it. I'm so disappointed with myself. I hear misplacing this. And I hear misplacing this in the streets. I know we need to do it. Ask Me Anything too, because there's a lot going on. You said they just would want to hate because they want to beat me so badly. Girl, I think you're right. Okay, I get it. Can we get more posting strategies later? If you guys are in Monetization Nation or Instacoin, y'all should have gotten a new set of posting cycles in there. We put them in there for y'all. We try to make sure y'all get at least one a month. Okay. Let me tell you this. I'm finna say this, and then I'm gonna get up off of here. Okay. Some of y'all be agitating me down in my sha-na-na, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I randomly go to y'all's pages to see like who's actually serious about their work and who is not. And I will see that some of y'all love going like 2 or 3 weeks without posting. Why? Like, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to yourself, you guys? Like, literally, it's so easy to generate revenue with social media. Back in the day, we had to put our feet on the street. We had to go to like 18 meetings a day. Like, I'm not joking. You had to be a member of the chamber, then you had to be on a committee of the chamber, then you need to be in one of the leads groups, then you need to be in a BNI, then you need to be in a next generation young professional, then you had your relative 10 in person, so you would have to stop by and see at least 2 of those people. Then you had to make your phone calls, then you had to do your follow-ups, then you had to show up to like some type of event. It normally is like an educational event or somebody's grand opening or something like that at the chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was all this stuff that we had to do. Then you had to go and be nice to your neighbors. Then you had to show up for like community events because somebody wanted you to sponsor something. So you would be like at a block party or a career fair or some type of event or something that they were having at the church. Then you had to go to all of these galas. You said, I ain't gonna lie, I got exhausted with it all on IG and Facebook. Facebook is slow, but TikTok I convert more times I go live. Boom. Okay, Dr. Talk. I'm just saying, like, it was a lot to do back in the day. Then you had to go do radio station interviews. And then if you were running television commercials, you had to work with the TV people to try and get the commercials and the edits. And look, y'all ain't heard me say nothing about selling anything. Y'all haven't heard me say anything about administrative paperwork. You haven't heard me say anything about your taxes, your deadlines, putting your receipts into the scanners at the end of the week. Like, y'all, it was so hard back in the day. Hey, Deshaun, we used to have to code. Okay, we had to code a lot. Like the way that there's all these little softwares where we can just kind of click what we want and it pops up a code for us. No, back in the day, we had to manually do the code ourselves, or we had to come out of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to hire someone that could do the code for us. Okay. And then you still had to take your sales calls, and you still had to try and get your continued education, and you still had to get time to go like to a conference, and you still had to like pay to either have people distribute like your little mailers to the house through the newspaper, or you had to physically get on foot and you had to go and leave little flyers on people's doors or on their cars. Like y'all have it so easy now, but y'all will sit here and complain, and y'all are like, oh my God, it's so hard. Baby, if you don't work your freaking fingertips, okay, and drop some comments, if you don't work your fingertips and make a post, okay, if I get it, you may not know how to edit yet. Well, baby, guess what? We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out together. Like y'all have to get past this mentality where you're telling yourself it's hard when it's really not hard. And understand this. Look, it's hard to struggle and it's hard to be successful. So take a pick. Which one do you want to be in? And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I have been broke fi broke, and I've been rich fi rich, baby. I'm not going back to broke fi broke. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you it's not more fun. It is more fun. It's more fun being financially stable. It's more fun being able to do nice things for your friends and family. It's more fun like not having to work, not being stressed out every month when the bills come. It's more fun not really having to just think about like, does this fit in my budget? No, I can just throw it in the bag. It's more fun to be able to create different experiences. It's more fun that if I get a business idea and I want to try it, I don't have to go around and crowdsource and raise capital and try and go and get a bank loan. I can just say, this is what I would like to try, and this is how much money I'm going to set aside for it. It's more fun. Okay. It was fun. Y'all, it was fun when I went to all those Krogers and shut them down and bought groceries for everybody in those neighborhoods. Yeah, that was a cool way I could give back to my community. But guess what? It was fun. It was very fulfilling. Whenever we do holiday bill pay and I pay y'all's bills and stuff like that, that's fun. Oh, thank you, self-care queen, ASMR. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Okay, that's fun for me. Y'all think it's not fun? It's a lot of fun to be able to like bless somebody. It's a lot of fun to be able to like give back to your community. And it is. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I get some of them. Sometimes I'd be like, Lord Jesus, I don't want to do nothing for them because I don't like their attitude. But for everybody else, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. So get it out of your head saying, oh, it's hard. It's hard to post on social media. It's not. Talk to us people that we literally had to go and put our feet on the street. And we had to constantly stay on the phone, calling people and emailing people and following up. And you had to always be out, like you leave the house at 8 a.m. and you didn't come back until 10 o'clock at night because you always had to go to a networking event. You always had to go to a mixer. You always had to go to somebody's grand opening. You always had to go to somebody's tour. You always had to go to a show. You always had to go to a client meeting because the clients can't meet during the day. So now you got to meet with them in between 6 and 8 o'clock at night when you really want to go home and go to sleep. And then you still had to go to the gym, and you still had to cook your dinner, and you still had to keep your books, and you still had to scan your receipts. Like, what are y'all talking about? It's so easy now. It's easy. Like, stop lying to yourself and saying this is hard. It is not hard. I'm telling y'all, I have built a business online. I have built businesses offline. Online is way easier. I'm able to sit in my house and talk to thousands of y'all at a time. I'm able to sit in my I'm in my downstairs office right now, sitting out here saying, hey, this is the information, this is the content. If you want a profit planner, go click the link in my bio. If you want to come to Accelerate 180, go click the link in my bio, see the details for September 1st through the 3rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is easy. What are y'all talking about? This is easy. Right. It's easy. Y'all stop lying to yourself and telling yourself it's hard. It's not hard. A lot of y'all are mismanaging your time. A lot of y'all are refusing to pay for mentorship. A lot of y'all are refusing to pay for programs. Find the right one. I may not be the right person for you, but get to the right person because you need the accountability and you need someone that can help you when you get stuck, that they can answer your questions. They can give you new skill sets. That's what you need in your life. Y'all be out here on the wrong type. Y'all had the wrong thought processes. A lot of y'all don't want to pay money for books. Y'all don't want to pay money to go to conferences and classes. Like, but y'all will be like, it's hard. hard. It's hard because you're trying to figure it out on your own. Why are you out here thinking you're going to outbeat somebody who's been running Facebook ads for 15 years? I've been running them longer than that. So fun fact, my fiance in college, he actually worked on the team that built the grid. The grid is the system that Facebook uses to be able to break down and help you target information. That's how I got so good at targeting. That's why babe, when I say God will set you up, God will set you up. My fiance actually worked on the team that built the grid. Bling, bling, bling. Okay. Stop playing with me. And let me tell you this, ladies, because I know we're going to keep having these little Bible studies and this little ladies group. Now, look, y'all been asking me about the ladies group. I'm going to do it, okay? We're going to do a little subsect of Monetization Nation. Sorry to all my men in Monetization Nation. I'm about to get a man in here, though, to run the men's group. But we're going to have a society of ladies, okay? And we're going to talk about that, because, baby, I don't know where y'all be meeting these suckers at that don't have no jobs. I don't know where y'all be meeting them men at. I don't know where y'all meet men at that don't want to do nice things for y'all. I don't know where y'all be meeting them at. Okay. I don't know where y'all meet men at that want to talk to you like a dog. Okay. Like, I don't know. Like, we're too old for this. I excuse it when you're younger, because when you're younger, you got to experiment. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and get a little life experience. But some of y'all long in the tooth, some of y'all older than me, and y'all out here still having some of these same relationship problems. You 40, 50, 60 years old. You 35 years old. You said, I'm not saying that you guys were supposed to be with somebody, but some of the stuff you should have figured out by now, sis. You 40 years old, still talking about all men ain't ish. It ain't nobody out here that wants something for themselves. You are the common denominator. I said what I said. But I'm going to get up off of here. If I feel like coming back tonight, we'll talk about that tonight. Okay, child. Tasha, you said you can see me with a dating agency. I don't think I would ever want to do a dating agency. I don't like, and now I do think it may be fun. It may be fun, like, to have like little dating events. So I do have this idea. I do have this idea. And I think we should all start having friendship parties. Now listen to this, and somebody tell me if they want to pop this off. Okay. So 6 degrees of separation is really real. And a lot of times there may be a great guy or a great gal, like they're not great for you, but they're great for somebody else. Okay. And I give you an example. So I remember going out on this date. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and then I'm gonna skedat, so I'm not late. So I'd gone out on a date with this guy, and he was really nice, but we definitely had friendship vibes. He was handsome, I'm good looking, we're both successful. You know what I'm saying? We had like a pretty easy conversation, but neither one of us, like, whatever chemistry is supposed to be there to make you like romantically interested in somebody, it just was not there. But I instantaneously knew he would be a good fit for one of my cousins. I knew this. Like, I was like, oh my God, I was like, he is not for me, but he needs to be talking to her, right? And so anyway, me and this guy, we became friends. We never kissed, we never did. We were like, we like each other as people, but we just knew it wasn't going anywhere romantically, right? So long story long, and I've had this idea for a long time, and I think people should start having these friendship parties. And you don't bring a trash man or a trash woman, okay? Don't bring somebody in there, you know, with 4 or 5 baby mamas or baby daddies, and they got all kinds of relationship issues. Don't bring some girl in there, you know, she'll gold digger and she really just want to use men. Don't bring some man out there and, you know, he'll a whoremonger and all he want to do, you know, is get the panties from everybody. Don't bring them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bringing in actually decent people, because a lot of times good people have a hard time connecting with other good people. Like bringing in good, gainfully employed, like stable, decent human beings. And I think everybody that can come should have, right, yes, leave the scammers at home. Like, if your entry fee into the party is to bring a friend. So if you're a guy, you got to bring an eligible male bachelor, right? You can't don't show up in there with a woman, okay? We don't need fish fillet sandwiches. That's not what we're looking for, okay? We're trying to make sure people getting hot dogs and buns. That's what we are. That's what we are here on, okay? So bring in, if you're a guy and you have a guy that's really like a good guy, bring him, okay? If you're a girl, you have a like a friend and she's really a good catch, you bring her, okay? So that's the one, right? Now, on the other side of this friend's party, if you're a girl and because I feel like every woman in here, we know a guy that is a really solid guy. He just, for whatever reason, isn't like, he's not, girls ignore him or can't see him or something like that, right? So like, if there's a guy and he's a really good guy, you got to bring a guy. So that means everybody has to bring two people. You see what I'm saying? So if you have like 5 people or 10 people you invite to this party, those 10 people got to bring 2 people. The girl has to bring another girlfriend that's single, and she has to bring a guy friend. The guy has to bring a guy friend, and then he can bring a girl. And then nobody has to hook anybody else up, but we just got them all in the same vicinity. You understand? And I feel like it could be like a game night or something like that. So it's no pressure. So everybody can get to learn people's personalities, right? We can maybe play Pictionary, maybe play, what's the little word game with the little cards? Taboo. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe play spoons or something like that. What y'all think about? Would that or would that not be fun? And I think a lot of people could meet like really decent people that way. And it ain't gotta be crazy. You just have like 10 people, and those 10 people you invite gotta bring 2 people. And everybody in the party could be single, okay? And if you're a married person, you bring your spouse, okay? Your spouse is gonna be your spouse is gonna be, right, your opposite sex person, but you bring a single person so that we got single people in there. Wouldn't that be dope? Because 6 degrees of separation is real, because a lot of times somebody knows your spouse. Like I've interviewed so many people that are married, and the one thing that is consistent most of the time, your spouse is around the corner. They're in your vicinity. Like 9 times out of 10, someone knows your spouse. You don't know them yet, but somebody know them. Like he works with somebody, or they go to the same gym, or they go to the same church or something. Like a lot, you say, even making connections in various ways, not simply relationships. Right. And see, this is the thing. If you had this friendship party, like now you don't have the pressure of hooking somebody up. You don't have to play Cupid. You just get them all in the room together. And just whatever happens at that point. You see what I'm saying? Now it's like, hey, I brought you to the friendship party. It could be 3 guys or 3 girls there, that like, they're like, hey, this could be a friend to me. This is somebody I could date. Don't y'all think that would be a good idea? Like these little friendship parties, and that's your fee. You invite 10 people, and they got to show up with a single guy and a single gal, so people can get out here and meet the right people. You could find really good friends. You can find romantic, or you can find like, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Thank you for all of the new members of the kingdom. But don't y'all think that would be fun? Doesn't that make sense? Just have a friendship party. Because this is the thing. And one or two things is going to happen. Either y'all lying, okay? Because people are always like, I know so many good men. I know so many good women. I do know a ton of good men. A single ones, baby, I got to line them up, okay? Come on in, boys. Okay. And I know a lot of good women, and a lot of my male clients or my male friends, they ask me, they say, Ashley, hook me up with somebody. A lot of my girls will say, hook me up with somebody. But if it's not going to be a match, it's not going to be a match, because some of the issue, hey, Style by Will, some of the issue that I have with, not an issue, some of the issue that they're going to have. So because a lot of women have bought into this, I have to make more than the man. Sometimes that, I already know is not going to work, because I'm like, okay, she's going to have an issue with how much this man makes. And these are guys that make $150,000, $200,000. But if you have a girl and she's making $500,000, she may feel like she's dating down by being with a man that only makes $250,000. And look, and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way when I say only makes. Yes, pull up on me at Accelerate 180. There will definitely be good men and good women there, okay? And good men and good women that make money. but you know what I'm saying? But if I know that that's a requirement for that, if I know that's a requirement for that woman, that she absolutely positively wants a guy that out earns her, well, then I'm not going to hook them up because I know it's not going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But you said that's a new TV show. You said it's a TV show. It may be. Hopefully, don't nobody steal my idea. Now, look, if we see a TV show and it pop off, and this is what's happening, we all okay. I need all y'all to ride out with me. Be like, nah, that was her concept. They stole it. Okay, they stole it. But I've always thought that would be such a good idea. And then if I know that they're not going to be physically attracted to each other, I won't suggest them to each other either. So that's why I was like, if you have a party though, whatever happens is just whatever happens. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes a guy, like sometimes a girl, she may be like, well, you know what? He still is doing well with his $250,000. He doesn't earn me, but he's a great guy. Like, let's see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people be on cap when they in their own little bubbles, isolated to themselves. They be thinking about some crazy stuff. That's how come sometimes you need a community of other men and women around you to tell you when you tripping. Because I definitely had a friend and I was like, you mean to tell me you finna pass up on this man because he only makes this amount of money? And let me be clear, this man was not a schlub. Okay, he was not a schlub at all. Dude made about $185,000 a year. Okay, he made $185,000 a year. This particular colleague, a contemporary of mine, she was making about $700,000 a year. And I just was like, you mean to tell me you're really going to pass up on this man? I said, because let's not play games. $185,000 is a good living. And they didn't live in New York and Miami. Okay. If you live in New York, yeah, you're going to be poor with 185. No, they live in Texas. I'm telling you right now, ladies, don't come to me with that hypergamous BS because if you're a woman and you make $35,000, $40,000 a year, yeah, it makes sense for you to say like that's a requirement for me. But ladies, once you start making $200,000, $300,000 plus, you gotta really start thinking about like what matters in the grand scheme of things. Because if you stay single, you're going to be paying 100% of bills on your own. So at that point, when you're dating people that are making that caliber and everybody 6 figures up, that hypergamy, like, why is that really even the conversation at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can pay the bills at this point. You know what I'm saying? You're not in a situation where you have to have that other additional income so you can have a decent quality of life. You're already having a good quality of life without another person's income. And if you never marry anybody, literally you're going to be paying all of your bills on your own. So if you get with a guy and he can pay 60 or 70% and you paying 20, 30%, what's the big deal? And y'all are married. If y'all are getting married, it's y'all's together now. And you may be earning more than him right now that you have no idea what the future holds. He may become the bigger earner in 5 or 6 years. Because most of the time men don't hit their higher earning periods until they're in their mid 40s. So he may end up being the person that's the breadwinner eventually, right? You may have came in the door earning more than him, but in 4 or 5 years, he may be the person that's earning more than you. It just seems really, really weird to me that women are looking down at men because they're like, well, I have this degree or I have this job title or status and I make this amount of money. And if he's not making this minimum, I'm not going to talk to him. But you're entitled to live how you want to live. Because I seen ladies, baby, I don't know what happened on TikTok, but my video talking about cluster rings took off again. And there are so many women but her in the comments. That's why I put this one on today. And y'all know, yes, I have more than one wedding ring. Okay. But this one is my favorite. My husband proposed to this with me with this ring on Christmas Eve because he knows that I love Christmas. He knows I love Christmas. And he was like, he wanted to give me good memories. He wanted to make Christmas special for me. So when he went to the jeweler, because he got it in his head right before Christmas, he wanted to do this. The ring that I wanted, there was no way the jeweler was going to be able to get that by Christmas Eve. It was going to be impossible for the jeweler to do that. So he went and he bought this ring for me so he could propose to me. once I found out, like, I was just so amazed. I was like, oh my God, I didn't care about the other ring. I was like, no, I was like, baby, you could have gave me a popsicle stick and I would have said yes. Like real talk. And I know that's me. I'm not trying to push my thoughts and my feelings off on other people. But a lot of people out here talking about the ring being a cluster ring. What about if the man is faithful? What about if he's honest? What if he has a vision? What about him being a hard worker? What about a man that just wants to do everything he can to make you happy, like on the planet Earth? What about a man that's going to come home to you every night? What about a man that's going to be an excellent father to your children? There's like all these there's all these other character things that to me, I'm just saying to me, that are more important than if I have like a 10 carat solitaire to rub in somebody's face. It's very interesting. Apparently, I made the girls very upset because I said what I said and I mean what I said. If you're that pressed about the ring, you don't deserve to be with that man that wants to pledge his life to you. Because y'all do understand that when a man takes on a wife, if you're a follower of Christ, let me be clear. If you're a follower of Christ, that man is literally saying, I love you enough that I will lay down my life for you. I love you enough that I will love you the way that God says I'm supposed to love you. I will treat you the way I treat my own body. That's what that man is saying to you. It's a big honor. It's a big privilege. But somewhere in there, some of our ladies have gotten confused and we're like, it's more about the aesthetic and what other people are going to say. And it's really ridiculous. Like when you're a woman and you start making $250,000 up, like, sis, I get it. If you want that hypergamous man, go and get that hypergamous man. But the reality of the situation is you probably are missing out on the love of your life because you're judging that man based on like right now. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of the situation, if you making $250,000 and he making $185,000, and this man is everything else, he's handsome, he's tall, he's witty, y'all have great conversation, he's faithful to you, he doesn't stress you out, he remembers important dates. You know what I'm saying? He's helpful to you. He's a big supporter and a cheerleader for you. Like, this is a man that if you get sick, he gonna be with you. If you gain weight, he gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? He'll rub your feet. Like, he not trying to slow down anything you have going on. Like, this is a man that has a vision. He's out here building. He has like a financial plan that he's activated. He's coming with all of these things. And the fact that y'all will be like, right, he don't stress you out. And y'all out here be like, I can't be with him. He don't make $250,000, which you're entitled to that. But that's wild to me. That's wild to me. That is wild to me. That is wild to me. Baby, let me tell y'all this. I'm really finna go. Okay, gotta go see. I'm finna go see my chocolate poppy. You said, are people doing that in real life? Yes, they're doing that in real life. So you said, and y'all gonna make money together. Exactly, we're gonna make money together. But people have too much ego, they have too much pride. Are tickets available for Accelerate 180? Yes, tickets are available for Accelerate 180. Click the link in the bio and tap the button to register for Accelerate 180. And Sunday service this year is going to be focused on love and money. So Sunday is all relationships at Accelerate 180. But so when we were, there's so many things. So one, when I was in the hospital, this man showed up every night. Every night. Okay, called me multiple times during the day. When I came to in the emergency room, he was right. He was right there. Okay. He was right there. That is how Corey actually met my parents. He hadn't even met my parents yet. He met my parents coming into the ER because I was back there and they were trying to save my life. That's how he met my parents. And then every night he would show up. And after I had my surgery and I got home, he came to the house and then my fence post had been knocked down and he put my fence back up. My daddy was like, that's when he won the brownie points for him. Y'all understand? Like, That's somebody that was with me. That's somebody that loves me. Like, then the fact that he bought the ring intentionally to give me a good memory on Christmas. And there's this cute little black Santa Claus. We were at a Dillard's in Memphis. And I love Santa Clauses. I collect Santas. I collect black Santas. And he remembered this. Not only did I get my ring, but I got this cute black Santa Claus. And then last year he bought me a cute little black Santa Claus that was in pajamas with like a little donuts and milk and cookies. Like, I like that. To me, and everybody has their thing, but to me, that's important to me. A man that pays attention to me, a man that thinks about me, a man that remembers small stuff like that. That's important to me. That may not be important to y'all, but that's important to me. And so it is wild to me. Like, I couldn't imagine if I would have turned him down because the internet says that, oh, that's my favorite animation, the little heart. Thank you, Tanisha. But I can't imagine turning him down because like he didn't, because yeah, he had asked me before he married me what type of ring I wanted. But like I said, the jeweler couldn't get it. Y'all, the man proposed to me like a week before we got married. He bought me 16.69 acres of like riverfront gorgeous property. You understand y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, the thought of like how much a man wants you, how much he desires you, how much he wants to see you happy, like that type of stuff matters. So it's so weird to me that we have women that are like turning down men because of, oh, he bought you a cluster ring, or because he doesn't to the T make more than you make right now. It's just odd to me. It's an odd train of thought to me. Now, again, if you're making $30,000-$40,000 a year, I get it. I get it. Okay. Because I know what the cost of living is. And yeah, that brother need to get out here and he needs to push a little harder and he needs to do better. But when you get out here and you start hitting these six figures and up, and you start at like, that is insane to me that y'all are passing up on these fantastic, good men that will love you and treat you like princesses, that will adore you, that will be faithful to you, want to build with you, have children with you, be an excellent father, like be a soft spot for you, like that will protect you, like you know what I'm saying. And provision gets into more than money, you guys. So I would just encourage y'all to think about some of these other things, okay, that y'all are making a priority. I just would encourage y'all to think about it. That's all. You can do what you want to do in your life, but I would encourage you to think about it, because I'm telling y'all, I know so many women that could be happily married right now with really, really good men that would treat them so well, but because they're modeling their relationship or they're comparing to social media, it's poisoning their minds. What's a cluster ring? Oh, this one right here, Nikki. I got on one. So you see how my center, you see how there's like these little diamonds, like this little diamond halo. And then if you look on the side of my ring, you see all those smaller diamonds on the side. So this one, it is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And it's really stupid. Like, people are like, oh, I think somebody had said something about they're cheap or they're middle of the mall rings because it's a cluster. Y'all, I have a pair of Chanel earrings and they're clusters. They're clusters. The earrings are $30,000. They're $30,000 earrings. So the fact that there are ladies out here that would be like saying, no, I'm not going to marry a man because of a cluster ring is crazy to me. And I don't know why my commentary in that video upset so many people. I mean, girls were like, will not let it go. It's like an old video, and like it's circulating again. Like let it go, sis. If you don't want to be with a man that proposes you with a cluster ring, like, that's your business. But don't be out here trying to deter the other girls from getting happily married. Don't be trying to deter us. You said I would rather have a clear cluster instead of a cloudy solitaire. Baby, you better talk about it. But this is the thing. Half of the time, like, y'all see me a lot of times, I'm like in a single band. I don't even have one of my big rings on, because honestly, it's not the safest thing to be walking around with a $60,000-$70,000 diamond on your hand. I have a rubber ring, the little white ring y'all see me in that's braided. Corey gave that to me the day after we got married. We were going to the venue to like take down stuff. It was a couple days, and I didn't have, when I'm working hard, y'all, when I'm in my warehouse, I never have my rings on. And he gave me the ring, and he was like, "Well, you could wear this, if you want to." And I just thought it was so sweet. So I have a little, it's like a little braided rubber ring. It literally costs like $8. When I'm in my little, y'all see me in that one all the time. It's cute. Like, who cares? Like, the man is who's important. He said I didn't have to stun y'all like that. I was trying to stun Mike, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I'm not trying to talk to the girls that have it in their head that some man has to buy them some 10-carat diamond ring in order to justify their worth or something like that. I'm not talking to those girls. Nobody cares, baby. Y'all be out there, go get what you want, okay? But for the real women that know that they're looking for a real man, I'm telling y'all, there is not that big of a deal. There are way more important things in a marriage than a ring. I know so many girls, they have these super, expensive rings, and they're miserable because they don't have a man who gave them their heart. They don't have a man who considers them. They don't have a man that listens to them. They don't have a man who wants to come home to them, who wants to build with them. They don't have a man that offers them fidelity, right? Like, they have a man that they got to fight with, and he's community peen, and everybody knows what his stroke is like. If you get you a good man and he says, "I love you and I want you to be my person. I want to be down with you, okay? I want us to ride out into the sunset together," and he treats you well, that man loves you right, and he not stressing you out, girl, you are winning. Hey, Kanai, you said, "I don't care about the ring. I'll take the heart of a man, please." Exactly. And then this is the other thing, y'all. That man, like, he might buy you another ring later. I know so many women, they get upgraded throughout the marriage. Like, they may start off with one ring, and then like at 5 years or 10 years, he buys them another ring. Because men, like, again, when you meet a guy, especially to all my women in here that are younger, that man's not even at his highest earning potential yet. Right. You said yours did? Yes. Yes, the milestone rings are very real. Um, Yours was upgraded after 10 years. See, thank you, ladies, for co-signing. Thank y'all for co-signing. You said, "Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Plenty of men upgrade, plenty of them upgrade." Y'all, I'm telling you, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not like y'all see me. Most of the time, I'm not even wearing a big ring. I just have like my band on. I have on a very, very small band most of the time. Like, a lot of this other stuff is that people are getting into is crazy. You said, "These men are like everyone, and it's annoying now that I learned to listen to my discernment and exit left when I do." Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when it boils down to it in life, and it boils down to what matters, mess around and get sick. Mess around and get sick. And see if that ring is going to be able to help you, or if it's going to be more important to you that you got a husband that came and checked on you, and he made sure he checked your temperature and took you to your doctor's appointments and rubbed your feet or got you a hot water pad, or he took care of the kids for you so you could rest and sleep, right? Like, let's see what happens when life happens. See if you care about that ring. If you with a man and he's out here sleeping around with everybody on you, compared to the woman who has a man who knows who he is, and he's secure, and he can keep himself to himself, and he has discipline. You said that happened to a lady. She left a good man and got sick out. I'm just, man, they don't understand. You said talk to. I'm just telling the truth. Like, stuff happens in life. Stuff happens in life. And then even with the women that make a lot of money, y'all, you can be making a lot of money today and you can be broke tomorrow. I'm not wishing that on anybody, but that's the reality of the situation. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I know I said this like 18 times, but I'm really finna say this and I'm gonna leave. We're gonna come back tonight and talk about this because I gotta go see my chocolate poppy, okay? And I can't be late. I can't be late on my chocolate daddy, okay? But listen, so one of the reasons we're doing Love and Money at Accelerate 180 this year on the Personal Development Day on that Sunday, I have noticed that there's an increase in my honeybees. That's why I call my worker bees. Shout out to all my honeybees, all my ladies that are out here working, grinding, developing these businesses. Y'all seem to be very agitated or feel like it's beneath you to date a man that's not an entrepreneur. I'm not really sure who started this. I'm not sure where y'all picked this up at. Y'all, why if that man is in his purpose, working his 9 to 5, if he is happy, if he's fulfilled, if he's doing a good work, what is wrong with that man working his 9 to 5? He doesn't have to be an entrepreneur, and y'all are not looking at it appropriately. Because if the economy shifts, your business may shift, and then you may be depending on that man's 9 to 5. His 9 to 5 is going to give benefits to you and your children all the time too. The man with that 9 to 5, he's going to have some security and a flexible schedule, because let's tell the truth, unless you're pretty far along in your entrepreneurship journey, you probably at a point where you're still having to work in your business, maybe not every day, but at least half of the week. And you may have to work some late nights, you may have some long hours, something unexpectedly may come up with a client. But guess what? That man that has that 9 to 5, he has a structured schedule and he can handle things. You say you think B. Simone started that mess, baby. I don't know, because and then a lot of places of employment, people can work from home. So even if y'all have to travel or something, you just fit your schedule so that y'all are traveling on one of his days off or something, and he can pop up his laptop and do whatever he needs to do, or he can handle his business before he leaves. It's just very odd to me to see all of the honeybees and all of the boss babes saying, "Oh, I'm putting my nose down at a man that works a 9 to 5." What is wrong with a man that makes an honest living, that works hard? And again, if he's in his purpose, if he's fulfilled, if he's happy when he's doing that, the same way you're happy with your 9 to 5, with your entrepreneurship journey, let that man live his life. It doesn't mean he's any less valuable than you because he's not an entrepreneur. It's insane to me, some of the stuff that y'all are thinking. I don't know who told y'all. I don't know who told y'all that was the way, the truth, and the light, but it's not. So anyway, we're going to talk about it, y'all. If I feel like coming back on tonight, like I said, I got insight session later tonight. So whenever they get done with me, if I feel like talking, we'll come back. You say you tired of struggling, baby, you ain't got to struggle no more. It's a decision. It is a decision. It's a choice. It's a choice that you make. And you say to yourself, this is what I want for my life, but you're going to have to work to deprogram yourself of the messages that you're getting in the media. That's the hardest part. You're going to have to get past the place where you're living to impress other people, because that's really what this boils down to. What are people going to say about me if they find out I'm dating a farmer? What are people going to say about me if they find out my man has a 9 to 5 and, my persona on social media says I'm a boss chick and I'm supposed to be with a boss guy, right? I mean, that's really what a lot of this is about. If you're honest with yourself, you're worried about what other people are going to say about you instead of being worried about the quality of your life and how happy you are. Because this is the thing, those people that talk about you, they're going to talk about you either way. They're going to talk about you either way it goes. They're going to talk about you whether you with the boss man or if you with a man that works a 9 to 5. They're still going to have something to say about you. So you need to resolve to yourself that you want to be happy. You need to really think about the content of a man's character in his heart and how well he treats you. Don't be out here worried about if he's giving you a cluster ring or 10 karat solitaire. That does not matter. Because I'm telling y'all, when I was in the hospital and I was fighting for my life, I was not thinking about my ring. Okay. I was happy every day when my mama was there, my daddy was there, my sister was there, and my husband was there. And this is before he was my husband. This was one of the reasons I knew he was going to be my husband. That man was there every day. He checked on me every day. I didn't have to call him. I didn't have to beg him to come up. He was there. He was pulling up, bringing food for the whole nursing staff, because this was during the vid. So they would let him come in there. They would let him sneak in there. He would spend the night with me all night until the morning shift came and my mama or my daddy or my sister or somebody came. Not once, y'all, I got stung by a yellow jacket. I went into severe anaphylactic shock and almost died. I'm not exaggerating. The nurses told my sister if they would have waited on the ambulance to come and get me, I wouldn't be here. They told her that I would have died, that she did the right thing, rushing through traffic, driving like she's in a video game to get me to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 6 days after. Do y'all think I was sitting around saying, What type of ring? What type of ring am I looking for? No. No, I had a husband. Okay. I had a man that showed up for me every day, every night, made sure I was okay in the months of my recovery after that. Do you understand? So y'all better really start. Y'all better really get your priorities in order, lady. Because I'm telling you, you get sick, you get down and out. Them ring ain't doing nothing for you. That ring ain't doing nothing for you, girls. Okay.